Number 7.
The Planet Namek Reunion. On arguably the worst episode of the arc, okay, probably the worst episode of the arc, we see Vegeta interrupt Goku and Frieza's fighting just to complain that they were taking too long and they were playing with each other. Then he teases Frieza, first by clapping, and then by him taking too long to take his revenge. So basically Vegeta just tells Frieza to kill him already. And then they proceed to exchange compliments on each other. Wow, Frieza, he really got him strong. Then he says the same about Goku, and then he says he's going to kill them all. And they're just so casually talking about it. I love this scene because it was so completely out of the pretense of the narrative. Yeah, I'll kill you after. Let me deal with Goku first, Vegeta. Shut up, go back to your place. It was completely funny. I loved seeing the three of them just exchange compliments and talk while in the midst of a to the death battle. I love this scene.
Number 6.
The Revenge Begins, episode 21. On episode 21, we have the beginning of the fight between the Z Fighters and Frieza's army. While watching the movie, one thing that really pissed me off was the absolute wreck in the power scaling. I mean, how were the Z Fighters, who were thousands of times stronger than that fodder in the army, that even Master Roshi could effortlessly kill, how would they getting tired and panting? Seriously, that panting that was found throughout the entire movie, that pissed me off. But thankfully the anime fixed a lot of the power scaling issues, and I loved it so much. So here we see the Z Fighters effortlessly killing everyone around them. Okay, not killing, knocking out every enemy they encountered. And we even get a nice scene of Krillin fighting to regain his confidence with a nice scene with Master Roshi. And also that was very nicely animated, and I liked that fight, so you should definitely go and watch it.
Number 5.
Frieza's portrayal throughout episode 22. On episode 22, we see Frieza being portrayed very, very perfectly, if I do say so. First we have him reacting to Goten and Trunks after they go and bust Tagoma's nuts with a headbutt as a Gotenks Super Saiyan. Then we see Frieza cursing Goten and Trunks for their resemblance to Goku and, well, future Trunks, basically himself. And we see his anger, and the voice actor nailed it. In my part, I'm very looking forward to the dubs as well. And after we have him reacting to Ginyu's weirdness, I guess, but he really shines in the end of that episode when he's torturing Gohan. You can see the pain he has suffered to his pride by Goku's hand, and then he discounts everything on Gohan's. So he gets more and more sadistic the more he tortures, and I just loved Frieza in this episode. He was so like himself, which was not found in the movie. They really managed to flesh him out better, but you gotta watch the scene. And it also ends with Piccolo's death, causing a very powerful scene for Gohan that we'll cover in the next number.
Number 4.
Gohan's last-ditch effort, episode 23. Yes, I really like this scene. We see Gohan realizing his mistake in stopping training to take care of his daughter. Then Krillin goes and says that it's okay to fight for your family. And then, after a very beautiful scene with this realization that Gohan was having in face of Frieza's evilness, that he was going to stop him right there and now. But of course he did not have the power or the energy to do that, so I get why some fans were disappointed. But he goes in with his body not holding out, he just gives it his all, and he gets exhausted. His body collapses afterwards. It was just so beautiful to see Gohan finally getting back to his mentality that was a Toei edition, but it was a nice edition. I really liked this way, and it gave more meaning, gave the scene more intensity to make Goku and Vegeta return quicker to the battlefield, whereas in the movie he just focused on Frieza's ki. And yes, we have this meme of Gohan afterwards getting all ugh. But we also have this awesome shot of Goku to end the scene as well.
Number 3.
Goku vs. Frieza, episode 26. I know what you're thinking. Isn't the fight so much worse than the movie counterpart? Yes, it is, but that doesn't mean that this arc did not have a good fight or good animation from time to time. This episode we have the climax of Goku versus Golden Frieza as Goku finally strategizes and begins to turn the tide of the fight. And we have Naoki Tate making a very, very beautiful episode, though it had some pretty ugly parts. Then again, every episode has. What I really liked in this episode was some cuts, some action sequences cuts, and the end when Goku finally defeats Frieza and he powers down to his base form and smiles, making a much more convincing show of how he let his guard down so that Sorbet's drink could fatally damage him, which was something that pissed me off a lot in the original movie. And it made me so happy to finally see a more believable situation that Goku's carelessness provided him.
Number 2.
Vegeta destroys Frieza, episode 27. Let me just start by saying that this entire episode was amazing. From the beginning where Vegeta just destroys Golden Frieza with some awesome animation and fight, one-sided fight. The hits that Vegeta dealt to Frieza were very impactful, and you could feel from the sound effect that Frieza was getting crushed, literally. And after that we have him destroying the Earth, and we get a very emotional sequence that I will admit I cried a little when this aired, because it was so beautiful, everyone dying. And in the end we have some very Easter eggs, like when Kid Trunks goes like that he would like to cut Frieza with a sword if he should return next time. But the best part of the episode was indeed Vegeta dealing with Frieza. You definitely should watch this episode, nothing more to add.
Number 1.
Training with Whis, episodes 18 throughout 23. If there's one thing that this arc is truly known for its best work, is in Beerus's planet. Goku and Vegeta and Whis, and Beerus as well, every interaction that they have is amazing throughout this arc. Every single scene from all of these 5 episodes, 5 episodes. But if I had to choose one, episode 18 would be the cake, the cherry on top, because that episode is truly a marvelous piece of work. It is perfect. Goku arrives on the planet and he goes with Vegeta to do the chores. They have an amazing scene of where they cannot wake up Beerus, and they train for the first time with Whis as well. And that's just perfection. I just watched that episode again, like I do so many times. But that does not take away the other scenes from the other episodes. Right, on episode 19 we have an amazing sequence of Goku and Vegeta fighting Whis, where he blocks with his fingers. He blocks 2 punches with 2 fingers of the same hand, 2 mother flipping fingers. And then on episode 23 they have a scene with Beerus where they ate all of his pizza, then he goes chasing them all throughout the woods. And then Vegeta at some point calls Beerus a bastard for sending them into the place where they had to eat the pizza. Seriously, it's all just good stuff. You should definitely watch it, especially episode 18. Because that's simply the best one out of them all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time when we cover the Universe 6 Tournament Saga.